Hello everybody! Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, broadcasting the Minish Cap Randomizer Tournament Season 2. We got Swiss Round 2 for you tonight with NesmaN88 versus ThyDarkHorse. Commentating for us, we have Ibot02 and SDG Sean, and tracking is Siberian. Say hello everybody!
Good evening.
Hello.
So yeah, this should be a very interesting match. Both of these are very high-level players of this rando.
So excited.
NesmaN having played one against Meshi, while ThyDarkHorse won against Pika Pulse. And Meshi then went on to win against Pika Pulse. So yeah, from that alone, like considering the results of the last tournament, you should be able to tell that these guys are pretty good at this rando.
Yeah, pretty good indeed.
So yeah, we were talking here about like future opponents, matchups, possibilities. Kind of depends on the other match that will be today as well. But the winner of this is going to be like 2-0, and then it depends on tie breaks and how they start in. So right now it's Lunastick at the top, then like yeah, whatever. It's a bit complicated. We'll see after today.
This is the part where you can't predict.
Well, you can, to a limited extent, predict it. But
Just
yeah.
be like, yeah, I'll be up against one of them.
Well, maybe.
Was that also a non-required fortress and palace I saw on TDH's screen?
I completely missed the element check.
Think it was a no golden kinstone seed.
Yeah, looks like that's... That should be interesting.
Yeah.
Could mean a very quick seed, could mean a very evil all dungeons if it comes to that.
I mean, non-required Georg, non-required Mizal, that never has anything, right?
No, never. Why would there ever be anything on non-required Georg?
Oh.
At least it won't be a Gustion DHC again.
Well, yeah. You know, silver linings, I suppose. It gives us chance for like mole mitts or something in there, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, moments can be in there.
Yeah.
Cape can be in there. Cape can be not required. Like,
who knows?
yeah, it only happened twice, Andrews.
Yeah. After basically like an entire first tournament with, I believe, nothing required in DHC in it. And
yeah, I
then
don't think we had that at most ones, but not often. And then,
two
twice,
in
like, in
26 matches or something like that.
there is a bomb back in the Tingle Trees, so that's the way out of Sphere Zero this time.
Yeah.
Hadn't found anything before this, really.
But yeah, all you need is some bombs for those trees anyway, so...
Yeah, that is like... You get access to the South Field Ruby Cave, you get access to Minish Loop. Bombs do open up quite a bit in there again. Flippers also quite nice.
Yep.
Like having them this early is... you often just don't need them, but then again they are one of the two ways to open up Deepwood, which is an element this time, and either they or Cape are required to reach droplets.
Yeah, I believe the flippers are logically required to beat droplets.
Yes,
well,
logically you need flippers for Octo. In actuality, if these guys had Cape instead, they'd be fine getting to Octo. But yeah, NesmaN immediately deciding to follow up those flippers to the mode, while ThyDarkHorse also checks the Harukasa Garden on the way. And finds a sword there.
Very loaded, like, north area of Sphere Zero, as we call it.
Yeah. Yeah, NesmaN's also going to go there. Okay. But as a
Doing Veil Falls
Apparently
first.
I say that, and then NesmaN just runs past it. Maybe just doing this first.
He's gonna check the Rupee Mania path on Lower Veil
Check
Falls.
the rupees, which are just rupees, so nothing important there. NesmaN, where are you going? Okay, it's not going to go pick up that sword.
Going to Trilby?
Okay. ThyDarkHorse will have a nicer road here, taking the sword to Great Blade, and then doing that, and taking that into Truby. NesmaN also checking the one check at Krendel. It's a shield. That's one of the scrubs accessible right now, the other will be later. So that's a nice find.
Yeah, the only difference being that TDH can get the swordsmith here at the bottom.
Yeah, like this is just a check on the way that NesmaN had to miss, because you do need the sword to learn about swordsmanship, apparently. Let's see if ThyDarkHorse also goes to Krendel, which would be very well advised because the scrub has the ocarina.
Yeah.
This is a start. Okay, ocarina. That's lake access that can turn in that dog food.
Yep, and we haven't even seen the South Rupee cave.
No, they also have the option to just dip into droplets for that first Rupee path already. Think we'll see a sub 10 minute dip into droplets?
I mean, it's appealing.
Is it appealing enough for these guys?
Depends what's in here.
Another sword, a book, and 2 kinstops.
Yeah, 1 caster, 1 cloud tops, that was.
So the sword, being the first one, NesmaN will make him at least probably more likely to go for that drop his dip. Does also mean he's be less like desperate to go check early things for that sword.
But will not go and get the green sword from a courtyard though. Probably with before.
No, at this point I expect that that'll become his red sword. And it'll take him a while to get back there. Like if NesmaN gets lucky that like Boots or Lantern are early enough that those incentivize him to go back there.
So we'll get a nice early library check. Probably see the Minish Lake checks out of logic here.
Yeah, this, like, you do have the flippers. If you do this, you might as well do the sequence break.
I'm finding
That is a grip ring. That doesn't do anything right now, but once they find a bottle to get grand access, that'll be very handy.
Yeah, definitely. We have seen a little bit of variation with TDH doing Minish Woods.
Or at least entering Minish Woods here could turn this into a North Minish Woods check. Yeah. Into like Goron Cave.
Yeah. Very
Skipping sharp or just saying the quick walk first? Okay.
Just a quick walk.
Is that faster? Guess it might be.
Probably.
Yeah, this path is longer than the one to the quick warp. Not a whole lot faster, but probably a tiny bit.
Small optimizations add up, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, those kind of things are why these guys are on such high level. Like,
yeah. I can't wait for the awesome save scum strats we'll probably see throughout this.
If
Is that?
if the opportunity comes up, and it usually does in this.
Yeah.
Moments and Gorons. The sea just keeps throwing stuff at them.
And I think there was a green scroll on the freestanding lake item.
Yeah, some like of the usual generic scrolls. So most likely a spin attack. Could be anything though.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll see it in a couple of seconds here.
Yeah, NesmaN just pick that up now. It's Rock Breaker, so not a spin.
Really nice to get early. Rock Breaker is lovely.
Rock Breaker is very convenient. There's another bump back in the Farmer Cave. It's also really nice to have.
Yeah. That's I think for the first time I've seen anything be useful in that cave.
I've seen something there before.
But you were right, sub 10 droplets.
There it is, yeah. Really nice. I do like this play. Obviously, ThyDarkHorse with like finding the moments and stuff does have a few other options, but I'd still expect him to turn towards droplets kind of soon. It's just you do want to check some stuff in the hopes of finding a lantern first in this position. While for NesmaN he has done most of the like convenient on the way stuff, and except Gorons, I guess.
And
Despite
with the
doesn't have
early
the moments.
Ocarina as well.
Yeah, with the early Ocarina,
So
you just
nice to get around.
So we'll see if this dip leads to anything immediately. Can't do anything more than this first ruby path here unless the lantern's here. Well, I guess they can check the second ice block out of logic, but I would leave that until you
Yeah.
get the lantern because it's just way faster. Nope, looks like NesmaN is actually trying to save scum that.
Yeah, I mean, not a terrible idea.
It's not terrible. It's
You do have to do the puzzle though.
yeah,
without
you have to do the
lantern.
puzzle, and like actually save scumming it is often just not necessary outside key sanity. Like you're gonna find all the keys here. They have flippers, so it's not like even if Underwater Pot has a key, if you don't have flippers, you can't use the Gusture block side door anyway. So it's I don't know. There almost never is a reason to actually scum keys here, but
Yeah.
with dropless key logic being as conservative as it is, like it could be a bit more aggressive in terms of key logic about the paths that you can reach and like from both sides, but and opening any doors will just require all keys in this dungeon
Yeah.
with the current logic.
Yeah, I'm not the most solid on the key logic, but I know basically that if you've got keys, you can basically do anything.
Yeah, like the important part for key logic is like determining whether there's a key in the underwater pot. Because there can't be like if you are past the door, there can't be any keys there, so you can often determine that one.
Yeah.
And like knowing that like unless all keys are early, you never need to do the left path without lantern. Like that's also like yeah, it could the logic could be stricter there, but it's not. So
Yeah, it's important to add as well. We saw the Jabbernet as well in the long
yeah,
branch.
they do have the flippers already though, so
It's still always nice to see the Jabbernet.
doesn't do anything. And NesmaN's also now about to find their moments.
Yeah.
Those haven't turned up anything for ThyDarkHorse yet, have they?
No, but I don't think we've seen town
No,
digging
we've
yet.
only seen Minishwitzding and Farmer
Yeah.
so far. So yeah, like town digging, tribute digging are still available, and
Yeah, but that's where the ocarina can come in quite nice because you can sort of.
there's boots.
Yeah,
Okay,
grab them on the way out.
that'll push NesmaN to go back to his courtyard. At some point, like sooner than if they didn't get boots early.
Did we see what was on the green sword lock check in town, or?
I don't think we did, but it's not so much about that as it is about like finding the red sword in time.
Yeah.
And for that, the boots are very, very convenient for NesmaN. Like that'll make that timing more likely to work out for him.
Yeah.
Another Kingstone in the.
Been quite
Did ThyDarkHorse just check that chest before going? Is he planning on quick walking back to Deepwood, or did he just like? Oh, he's Ocarina out. Okay, so
Yeah.
no real reason to do it in that order.
So it was another caster Kingstone, I believe, is the one without the.
No,
lip
that's the
on
Cloud
top?
Ops Kingstone.
Oh, it's
At
Cloud
least
Ops,
on. Wait, no. Sorry, on the Resume tracker it's a Cloud Ops Kingstone, but on ThyDarkHorse tracker it's a caster.
Okay.
So it's probably a caster. Let's see on NesmaN side.
Yeah, there was
Oh.
a caster.
Yeah, NesmaN also tracked the caster, so. Should be a caster. Not that I could actually read that text box on NesmaN side right now.
Yeah. with the update, it's made it harder to even tell what they are when you're watching it.
Yeah, Leo does have plans to make that better, but they aren't implemented yet, so right now it's
Yeah.
still terrible. Okay, NesmaN waiting for the lily pad for a moment there before remembering that, yes, he does have flippers.
Definitely done that one before.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then falling accidentally into the water and realizing, oh yeah, I have flippers.
Yeah.
I think that happens more often to me on the other way around though. I don't know why, but like coming from Minish Village.
I got nothing. Can't say I got anything on that one.
Maybe it's just because I always like do Minish Loop in reverse.
I've definitely been a bit more of a fan of doing that recently. Well, with an early bomb bag at least.
Yeah, obviously, like it requires Bomb Pack to do that, but
Yeah. As it was a down thrust on
yeah, it was down thrust on Bellari.
Villari, yeah.
Imagine ThyDarkHorse did these like caves.
Yeah, yeah, I saw ThyDarkHorse do them. I don't think they had anything. but-
Yeah, no, otherwise I probably would have noticed it more. So where can they go then? There's Boots Check in Courtyard, there's a few more Mids checks,
There's town.
there's town, like, Minish stuff, mainly. And like a few checks on Swiftblade,
Yeah.
Under School, Simon. The usual town stuff.
Yeah. I think for now they're just retracing over each other's steps.
Yeah, ThyDarkHorse is about to pick up the grip ring here, and I guess NesmaN has pretty much done, like, it's about, like, will go to Keys Cave and the Eastern Beanstalk and then At that point, they're pretty much even on checks.
Yeah, from what I can tell.
Okay, there's a more like longer element check for us to see that yes, it is not Palace, not Fortress.
So that would be nice, but they'll probably find a way to be required somehow.
Well, it is a Nori seed, so they might not. Like Nori does sometimes roll straight up jet seeds.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have a bottle yet.
Yeah, you gotta feel like it's maybe that or Red Sword that seems to be...
Or Lantern.
Or Lantern, yeah.
I could see a Lantern next year. Like, Sword in the Second Rupee Path. Okay, NesmaN leaving that cave, not expecting anything there, and then it's like, yeah, I'll take that bomb back.
Yeah. Not gonna grumble at a second bomb bag.
No, second bomb bag's very nice. Especially like Kreml bomb routing is a lot easier if you just have those 30 bombs instead of
Yeah.
the 10 next. It's pretty much the only place where it really matters. Like everywhere else where you need bombs, you'll find refills somewhere.
Yeah, and of course it won't even matter if if they found a gush jar or whatever, then they wouldn't even need to worry about bombs at all.
Yeah, for Kreml, like Gus does also take care of the bomb count issue, but okay, ThyDarkHorse making their way to Swiftblade. Okay, I guess they had he had already done the spin check and is now doing the rock break and dash checks.
Yes. So I don't think they did. Yeah, because of course they don't have a cape there.
No,
I was
there's
like, I know I'm missing one somewhere.
yeah, the fourth one's cape locked.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
And we're getting early chickens.
It's a play. I don't like this check, but then I realize not everyone feels the same.
I mean, it's much
Like, I would love
nicer
to
in
bring
this
this.
game. It's much nicer in this game than in others.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's
like, I
only
don't
like
play
a
OTR,
minute.
but I don't mind the chicken check in there as much as this one. Like, you can't fail it at least.
Well, there is that.
Like, this is... If you dunk the chicken on the left, you just wasted 20 seconds or more. Like,
Yeah.
That's just... eh.
And it looks like Town Digging had nothing for us either.
No, so... NesmaN going to check the courtyard now, will find his white sword. And then it's pretty much just more taunt stuff to do, right?
Yeah, I think it's mainly the Minish loop and under the school.
Yeah, under the school they have access to, like, the front Minish checks, like Stockwell Attic, Bakery Attic,
Yeah.
behind the hearth. And that might be... Oh, Trivia Digging is still open. We haven't seen that yet.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
Shouldn't forget about those.
We were locked out of Deepwood. I think it was a compass in the first chest.
Yeah, someone went in there and checked the first one, and it wasn't a small key, so
I think both runners have.
maybe both did.
I've definitely seen TDH do it. I
Yeah.
know that much.
I'm not sure NesmaN did, but then again, like, getting that first check is quick enough that I could have easily missed it. There's a bottle!
That'll
That's
open
granite.
up the feed a little bit.
Well, it's also fun, but it's mainly granite.
Yeah.
Like, between those two options, you gotta choose granite. Now, if it was between Fountain and Vanilla Path to Cave of Flames, there's a choice there.
Oof.
But they can't do that yet.
I'd definitely be considering Vanilla Cave of Flames in this situation though with an ocarina.
Well,
Obviously, as soon as you can do it, but
yeah, like, but what would unlock it to me? Yeah, okay, if you find light arrows here. But if you find Gusture, you want to go to Deepwood instead.
yeah.
And if you find Cape, you want to go to Hype Cave instead. So really, light arrows are the only thing that would make you go to Vanilla Cave of Flames here.
Yeah. And I have to imagine that NesmaN's gonna do South Krenel after.
Yeah, like, and
the
with
Great
this
Ring
routing,
Path.
it's even less likely that
Yeah.
this one will do it. Though, if it's just light arrows, yeah, you're probably like, if you find light arrows here, yeah, you're gonna do it instead of going to Fountain. Like,
Yeah.
that's just the sea telling you go to Vanilla Path to Cave of Flames. The other scrub not as good as the first one was.
It's also made me realize I've commentated 2 matches in this tournament, and both of them have had the ocarina on that Trilby scrub.
Really?
Yeah.
Can
I
you come
just,
my next match, please?
I just remembered that. I was sat here like, God, I wish I have the ocarina in my seats.
Like, that check might not always be early, but it's still.
Still relatively nice.
Oh, it's very nice for now. Like, yeah.
Unlike my
If I could have
round.
Ocarina there in every seat. Did NesmaN where go?
Straight past.
Wait,
Right.
ZeldaSpeedRuns has Cape. And NesmaN missed it.
Oh, wait, huh?
Thank you, Hendris. As you can see, we were not paying attention at all.
I did not notice that in the slightest.
Oh.
Oh, is it the Trilby Mitz
Yeah, it
cave?
wasn't. Apparently, the water locked like Trilby Mid's cave, but okay. NesmaN, don't do that.
I mean,
Yes,
it
Red
kind of
Sword.
explains why there's nothing up here.
Yeah. So yeah, taking that cape straight to cave 25. There's a graveyard key.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let's see when NesmaN decides to go back there.
A lovely bottle-locked bottle.
Yeah. NesmaN deciding that that's not worth the time to get there.
Nope, no bottle percent from NesmaN today.
Henris, I'm pretty sure I saw a graveyard key. On ThyDarkHorse side.
Yeah, there was
a
a graveyard key, yeah.
Graveyard key?
It was gold. It's also a graveyard key on his tracker.
Yeah, that was the graveyard key.
Yeah, there was also a bottle in there as well. So
That was? Oh.
yeah, in the one just before the one he just did.
Ah.
Right as I was talking about the other bottle, that bottle showed up as well.
Yeah, and you don't usually want a quick warp at the end of Cave 25 there. Like, you can use boots and just dash through, you can just roll through. It's usually faster to do that. Another Kinstone there, and that was another Cloud Tops.
Yeah, another Cloud Tops one there.
I'm not sure if they want to see the Wayforce Kinstone right now, or if that's just... Yeah, keep giving them useless Kinstone, like Kinstones that I can't use without... Because they don't have all of them, and... Well...
I think that was for...
That was another Cloud Tops.
That was
I
another
think.
Cloud Top. Yeah, it was a 3 on the one
still,
with
like,
a bit on the top, so...
Still no, like, usable Kinstones. Which, they don't want to find all of one kind of Kinstone.
Nope.
What was on Julieta for ZeldaSpeedRuns to do it right now?
I don't think anybody had checked it, from what I remember.
No, like, you don't do this without checking it.
That's what I thought, but I don't remember anybody checking it.
I mean, yes, but we also didn't see ZeldaSpeedRuns pick up the cape.
That is true, yeah.
There's... Like,
I'm gonna assume
it
it's
does not mean
something.
it didn't happen.
I'm gonna assume it's something required at this point.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely... Like I said, you don't do this without checking it. It's
Oh,
a
it's
scroll.
a scroll.
Okay. Who's hoping for spin here? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, we don't have spin yet.
Yeah.
There's that small issue.
Else I'd be sure we'd be in Western Woods by now.
Yes. And it's dash.
we still don't have spin.
But nice early scrolls. Like dash attack, rock breaker, and down thrust early.
Yeah, very, very solid ones. Spin's got to show up soon, though.
Yeah. But like NesmaN's about to clear lower Crenel. So at that point it's what, Tournament checks of fun?
Or Cave of Flames.
Right, Cape did give access to that.
Yep.
Oops.
And now in TDH's perspective, you might do it. As NesmaN is about to pick up that cape and then the red sword and...
Yeah, like, this cape should always take NesmaN to Cave 25. ZeldaSpeedRuns here showing off how the cape makes the lower credit checks a bit faster.
Yeah. I don't think there's many places where you wouldn't like a cape for.
No, cape's useful in pretty much every place.
I think NesmaN's doing the vanilla climb before going to Cave 25.
Well, that's bold.
This is a play.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really missing anything at the moment there without a spin scroll, so...
Sure, but you don't know that if you're NesmaN. I know. I guess, like, you have Ocarina, it's...
Yeah.
But it's also, like... Cave 25 could easily have had both the sword and the spin scroll, and then you would be in Western Worlds, and then it's like... You're gonna find something that'll be better than Vanilla Pathway of Flames.
I kind of feel like the Ocarina is one of the main reasons why this play is being made.
But like that works as an argument if you are like at Rainpath. But not if you're at the base of Crenel and have boots to go there from town in like a really short amount of time.
I'm sure somewhere this makes the perfect amount of sense and we're missing it.
This doesn't.
Yeah.
NesmaN disagrees with what you just said. He's saying it doesn't make sense, and it makes enough of not like it's enough nonsense that he's dipping out of it.
Well, I think he's planning to save some.
That doesn't work. He'll be back at the base. A safe warp is the same as a quick warp.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's Cave of Flames or thingy, or the base, right?
So, from ThyDarkHorse perspective here, though, I could easily see him continue into Vanilla Cave of Flames here.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, the few checks he has left, which is, like, town minish stuff.
I think not even that. I think it's only the fountain.
Is it just fun? I thought he pretty much rushed the scroll onto the edge and didn't do the other minish stuff, but I might be wrong.
I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest. I know we saw some of the minish checks. I know we saw the Stockwell attic.
Okay. Maybe he
At
did
least
the
I
other.
at least I hope I did. I hope we did.
But yeah, we might see NesmaN dip the fountain before going climbing the wall a third time.
Yeah. It looks like we are going to see a vanilla climb from.
Yeah, like from ThyDarkHorse's perspective, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You're already up here, and like the other options are not clearly better. Like ThyDarkHorse has exhausted the good options here, so
Yeah.
doing this makes a lot of sense. When NesmaN did it, it was not as sensible. Let's just put
Yeah,
it that way.
it still seems like an odd choice though to bail after committing to doing it. But
Well, yeah, but like if you just forgot about Cave 25 and then remember that shop there, I could see bailing there, like just to.
fair. Because I think that was just a regular sword beam.
Yeah, that was beam on Waveblade,
Yeah.
so yes, that is vanilla. Wait, no.
I think
Grimblade is the beam guy. Waveblade is parallel.
I thought it was the other way around.
Waveblade requires 10 hearts because Parrow Beam, and that gets worse when you have more hearts, so it's like, right? You need 10 hearts for Parrow Beam, which
You
is
need 10
at
for peril. Okay.
at Waveblade. Yeah. Yeah, Sword Beam is in the courtyard.
See, my limited
Grimblade.
knowledge of vanilla is for glitchless speedrun where you don't do that. So.
Okay, fair.
I never played through this game casually. Vanilla. The Kinstone fusions put me off.
I mean, you don't need to do fusions if you're just playing through it.
Yeah, I realized that now, as that was
Was that a spin attack?
that was for spin attack.
Well, there we go. That's most likely a required path to required vanilla path to Cave of Flames.
Yep.
Like, unless there's a second spin in the fountain. Or something like that.
I mean, there are 5 of them, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of checks in Western Woods, and after
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that is true.
Well, there's a Kinstone in Cave of Flames.
Oh no. I mean, I think you kind of hope it's a Cloudtops one, and then it's the last one you see.
Do you? Would you
I
have
mean, that-
put Cave of Flames here? Like, you don't need that Kinstone immediately. I guess it's like, if it's a caster Kinstone, you want to have that before going to Western Woods? Is that
Yeah,
a bit?
I would have thought whilst you're up here. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
that's a caster Kinstone.
it's a caster one, so.
So
Wind
now
Runes
it's
is
like you go into
open.
Western Woods and you're probably going towards Wind Runes after, but you don't have bow. Huh.
I mean, you don't need for both of the Wind Runes, right?
No, but like
I guess maybe
if you're going
whilst
to
you're
go into
there,
that, you will probably want to go into Fortress and
maybe
you
it's a
need a-
safe bet to assume a bow's in Western Woods.
maybe. There could also be like something that would take you away from that in Western Woods, like Gusher Arcane. You don't do that anymore. You go do your Element Dungeon instead.
Yeah, or Lantern for the same
Or
effect
Lantern,
as well.
yes, same thing. Or another sword.
Yeah,
We have 4 items that each unlock an element. Huh. Yeah, okay, you're probably just going to find one of those things.
yeah.
At least.
I would imagine you probably won't be going to Caster after all.
Well, going to Caster to set the Windcrest is fine.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
want to probably do that. But you won't do the fusions or anything. Fine. So yeah, there's a sword.
yep.
That's access to the element in the graveyard.
And that's a Cloudtops Kinstone as well. Meaning for a non-golden Kinstone required seed, we're doing pretty well on getting all the golden Kinstones.
Yeah. Compared to like the other required items. Guess we're not missing that much. Like 5 items.
Yeah.
There's
Rush
one
Drug
spin lock
Game,
spin.
Lantern, bow, and 4 swords, right?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the key elements for each phase of Vati. Funnily enough.
I guess, yeah. Nothing on the beanstalk. So yeah, I don't expect the ThyDarkHorse to do much besides setting the Windcrest here. Like, check this, check Swiftplay the first hard piece, flute and do graveyard.
Yeah. And then if that doesn't pay out with anything, probably come back.
Yeah, at that point you come back here and then it's like, you have a choice between doing caster checks or just going to Wind Runes. Okay, the ThyDarkHorse is doing the Dark Knot fight instead of the Swiftblade. I guess.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see the Minish checks here, but...
Probably not. That would, like, surprise me. But I guess, like, it's possible.
Yeah.
I am maybe a bit too, like, inclined to not do them.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of caster, so I try to avoid them where I can.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like both my past races, I probably would have done better if I had done them a bit earlier. And ThyDarkHorse is following those Kinstones towards Wind Runes.
It's kind of dense. I'm kind of surprised we're not seeing Graveyard first. Maybe
Yeah,
just...
Graveyard is really dense. It's an element. Like, Oh wait, you don't have lantern for the element. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense then. You can still get a lot of the checks, but not a lot of physics and logic. You need
But
lantern
not
for the
fit.
element.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So. Yeah, I guess then this is pretty good.
Makes more sense now. Yeah. It's easier to know what to do when you're playing the seed.
Do you think so?
I mean,
It's easier to pay attention if you're playing this.
well, maybe that part more specifically. Trying to sound a little bit more professional.
What? Like this?
Be like,
We're supposed to be professional here? No one told me that.
Don't know why I've never thought about bombing those grass tiles before.
Because you can just swing the sword once instead of placing a bomb. It's not that like much of a difference.
I'm sure there's a 0.2 seconds time save or something like that.
Really that much for a single sword swing? Maybe.
Who knows?
Not more than that though. Like
Yeah, it wouldn't be anywhere near as more dramatic than that, but small optimizations, they go a long way. What it does mildly suck about this though is not having the bow for the
yeah,
rupee
you
path.
like you're going to Fortress here, but you can't do the rupees. That's. I guess there's always a bow in Fortress, right?
Well, yeah.
Question is whether it's bow locked.
Well, that was a tingle trophy.
There's a single trophy that's bow locked, so can't get that right now. Not that it would be useful. Hey, it's a great Go mode Fortress, except it's not an element and don't have bow. But if it was an element and they were in Go mode, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Nothing on the visible spots over there. But I guess you can't really do much on the left side, so still climbing this tower is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the 2 checks on the front left. Guess you'd want to do those before the visible spots then?
I mean, they're quite quick to get. I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. There. Well, there's a bow.
Turns out to be the right idea to come this way first. It is true what they say.
Now-
There is always a bow in Fortress.
What else do you think is in here?
The Tingle Trophy.
Okay, but that doesn't do anything right now.
I'm
I'm feeling a
there is-
lantern. I'm feeling lantern in here.
I don't think there is, because I think there's going to be something on the fairy in the graveyard that always bails me out of seats.
Okay.
I love rushing it when I get a blue sword, and it always seems to work.
Yeah, I can see that. Just like those 2 checks over there and the blue sword. That iron logic. Well, it's a sword.
A 4 sword.
So they say to never dip out of Fortress before you get the sword. You still do the rupees though, right?
Yeah. You have to here, right?
Yeah, no, the sword doesn't unlock anything. The
No,
bow
not
doesn't help,
without
the sword
game.
doesn't, okay, the bow unlocks a few checks and caster, but that's not... Hey, there's a lantern!
Wow. For a non-required fortress, this is pretty
So yeah, I would have checked that first.
fortress.
And at
of
that point,
wonder.
dipping after the sword is reasonable. I'd still do the rupees though.
Yeah, I would.
Uh,
We could very well hit go mode here.
yeah, do you stick around for the back or is that too greedy?
Oh, it's so tempting though.
Yeah. Like, Lucy, it wouldn't have taken you that long to last location there's. There's a second spin lock spin. So great spin's nice to get. That makes sticking around for the rupees worth.
I mean, it was very hopeful that we'd hit go mode here, but
Can still
That's fine.
happen.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
We are 2 items from go mode.
And then we get to see 4 go moded dungeons. How exciting!
Oh, it would be something. Yeah, Gacha in the first few checks of Graveyard sounds about right, Bluesy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that earlier when Sean brought up the ferry, like... It's gonna be it just... like, that could easily be the Gacha without the seats going.
Yeah, it really could be.
Nothing on the left drop, so... Now it's the question of whether you go continue to the back. And looks like ThyDarkHorse is at least doing the quick pop caves first.
Yeah. I think you've got well, I say loads of options looking at it. It's not actually as many.
There's graveyard and droplets, and
Yeah.
that alone is a whole lot of options. Like,
It's
that's a lot
it's
of
a
things.
good, yeah, it's a bit more appealing than the back of Fortress.
Yeah. Like, doing the back of Fortress here is a bit greedy. Hoping that there's even more in here. But maybe you need to play the seed greedy to really get the jet out of it, like,
Yeah.
that can happen. Okay, ThyDarkHorse checking Grimblade before Graveyard. If you were gonna do this, I would have also done Henry Sledge. Well, Half Sledge.
I mean, I suppose you're gonna go that way after Graveyard unless you walk straight to Droplets, so...
Yeah, but like, if you warp to town here to do that, to do Graveyard. If you do that, you can then warp straight to Droplets because it's... You're not leaving that behind.
Yeah.
Unless you're leaving Percy behind either way. Not too bad. Always skip Percy.
I've wanted to be incorporating that into my own play, but every time I think about doing it, it's like, oh, by the way...
The Ocarina was very early. Got like bomb backs, 3-0 in the Tingle trees and flippers, and then that led to a shield on like the one check in Kreml, which led to the Ocarina on the scrub.
About 10-minute Ocarina, if that, right?
More like 5. Like by 10 minutes, NesmaN was in droplets, and it took them a while. Like, it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Something on the timer when they got arena. So, do you think NesmaN is also going to dip out of this fortress after, like, this left front side, or?
I mean, looking
NesmaN's
at
got
the
to feel a
key...
bit behind, right?
Yeah.
With that extra climb up trainer.
I think looking at the key situation, it might be tempting not to, but...
How many keys did they have?
I think it was 2 after these rupee path.
So... But you do have the boss key. Well, at least ThyDarkHorse found it. I don't know if NesmaN did this.
Yeah, I don't think NesmaN went down the center way yet.
Meanwhile, ThyDarkHorse is making progress over in the graveyard. Going towards that element.
Not quite looking like there's much here though.
Not yet, anyways.
And there's only
But yeah, there is there is droplets with the secondary path.
there's definitely options after this. Plenty of them.
I mean, is it options if it's mainly just droplets?
I mean, there are
Like, there's one
various
option.
other smaller areas.
Like, there's one option that's droplets.
You could
and
go
then
into
there's like
you could go into Deepwood with the lantern.
I
if
guess
there's a
you can
small
do
key lock
Deepwood
behind
stuff. Are you going to though?
If not before droplets, but
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not
If-
options. There's one good play.
it's for Flipper's Fly on or in Royal Crypt, so
Yeah, and NesmaN also left Fortress after doing the front side stuff, right?
yeah.
Did you do
Yeah,
the
I
quick walk cave even?
Yeah, did for quick walk caves.
Okay. Yeah, I had some so I take up in mind. So, first element, 57 minutes something. It's not that early, but you're also usually not 2 items from Government when picking up your first element.
Yeah. And as a rule, it's not usually Crypt that's your first one.
I mean, Crypt can be early.
It can be, yeah. You just... When it's behind 4 swords and a key, and a lantern, and boots...
Yeah, that still can be very early. Like, we've seen 30-minute Crypts before.
Glorious time when that happens, to be fair.
Oh yeah! So I think I would prefer this. Like, I guess Gusha and Kane are both items that can be fairly late and that you don't really want to be your go mode.
I mean...
But then, like, Fosseton isn't any better.
I mean, at least they know this one can't be in DHC.
No, they have, like, they won't have anything in the, like, any required non-dungeon item in DHC at this point. All the items they need to get elements.
Yeah. Now, what would be interesting is if we see the other two kinstones.
Yeah.
And
I mean, mainly the false kinstone just opens up a whole lot of checks.
yeah.
And Cloud's kinstone would be mildly scary, but if you're looking for Kane, you're not going to go into Palace.
Well, no. Because I think there's only the one check that's...
2 checks.
2 checks.
The first grade and the cape chest.
Yeah. Sometimes you forget
Kane
Kane
and
is
cape chest
required.
is something we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Like, for that to happen, but... The seed doesn't feel that either.
No, it seems quite nice so far. Famous last words.
If the seed is evil, it's because there's even more stuff in Forge, because it isn't evil, it's just that they decided to dip out.
Yeah.
There's another spin. That's also spin locked through Lantern. Wallet in the Dark Maze? That's not anything important, right? There wasn't anything in the
Yeah,
shop.
there was nothing in the shop. I think it was just a bunch of rupees and maybe a heart piece.
So, none I wanted to see. But
There's got to be something here, right?
like a 5th Cloudtop skin, that doesn't do anything.
I meant something they could use.
Oh, that's kind of terrible. You really don't want to see the Wayfall skin store now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you don't mind too much. Like, between Wayfalls and Wind Tribe, you're kind of still likely to just hit go mode.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see should Cloudtops and Wind Tribe not have either of the 2 items, if either make a play up to Palace at any point and think, oh yeah, there might be something here.
Well, it depends of if they find the Cane or the Gustra first.
Yeah.
Like, if you're missing Cane, going for those 2 checks in Palace, you're gonna delay that a fair bit.
Yeah, or you might just do Palace without the cane looking for the Gust Jar. Although it'd be out of logic, it will tell you, kind of give you some information on
That's a very ballsy play though. Because what if Cane is on Green Shoe?
I mean, true. Yeah, so I think it'd definitely be a high risk, maybe high reward play. No one
Yeah,
knows.
like that feels... I don't know. Like, if you have the Cane and are looking for the Gustra, sure. Doing that out of logic and gambling that, like, the Cane locks the Gustra in Palace, I wouldn't do that. Nothing important on this improving path either. So there's one check on Octo and two more on the ice plane here.
Yeah.
In droplets.
I feel like it's been a common trend for droplets to not have anything but a kinstone recently. I've seen it in quite a few matches recently.
So do you think that Kingstone's gonna be required, or could they have come here later and go motor droplets?
Oh.
I think at that point the left path is a bit faster than going through the dark maze.
I mean, I'm kind of secretly hoping it is, but that's because I'm not playing it.
Fair. I don't know. Like, I feel like, yeah, sure, up in Wave Force will have some.
Oh yeah, like you say, I'll knock so many checks
But
between the Veil
actually
Force.
needing to go to Wind Tribe or Palace? I don't...
I could see Wind Tribe. Palace is more of a hope.
I don't...
than,
yeah, Wind Tribe is a maybe. Palace, I really don't think so. But... she could prove me wrong.
I mean, it's not required, so you know. Probably find a way to be required.
Well, it's not an element. Let's put it that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that way around. Probably a better wording for it at the moment.
So how could the seed still turn terrible?
It'd have to be.
John Georg?
Maybe we get the required AD seed and Kane is on Mazar.
Yeah, Kane Mazar Gaston Georg is
Yeah.
one of the few ways to still get an AD here.
That would.
The other is Wayforce Kingston on Mazar Gaston Georg, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much, or throw in a fetch quest, but I think that's pretty much.
Something that leads to one that leads to the
I
other.
guess power bracelets on Mazal, Botsky on Pot Push,
Oh.
Gaston Georg.
No thanks.
You don't like that?
No. And I've played my fair share of horrible seeds. Including that Myth and Dax plan, though.
Yeah. We got something brewing, though.
Uh-oh.
This season's punishment seed will be fun to watch, at least.
Yeah, I don't really roll, official race seeds or anything, so I can count myself lucky by the sounds of things.
Yeah, I mean... I think it will be a lot of fun to play, too. It's just, will also be horrible, no?
Yeah, the first season one looked really cool, almost like a Master Quest version.
Yeah. We did more this time. Let's put it like
no. That's not ominous, I swear.
Like, the last one was very much rushed. This one, we've been working on since the,
Jeez.
So... I mean, a lot of that has also just been, figuring out how stuff actually works,
Yeah.
I am talking about that a bit. We're just looking for the second person to go through droplets. It's not that interesting. Apparently ThyDarkHorse deciding to use Sword on Octo even though he has Shield.
Yeah. No Octo Minute.
Yeah. But even if you don't do Octo Minip, just then use the Shield. It's
Yeah, shield's
do the movement that looks like Octo Minip without doing the Minip, it's fine. And it's really, that's quite nice.
Definitely done that before. And then one time it worked and someone said that I did Octo Minip and I was like, yep,
Clearly.
Totally did, yep.
Yeah.
I
Octo
did-
Minip, since the last time I did a save warp, I've been keeping track of the RNG.
Yeah. I totally didn't watch how to do the trick once and it work and be like, yeah, this looks right. But TDH did actually get the the triple, so
Yeah. Good thing Myth isn't watching, he would be mad.
Yeah.
So... Now it's kind of dried up again in terms of options. Like, yeah, you have a few things in... Shield on Octo, okay. You have a few things in Deepwood and like a few other checks.
Yeah. Did we get the Ice Pines part here? In here?
I
Right?
don't know if NesmaN did it, but ThyDarkHorse has
Yeah.
to go back there.
Yeah.
I don't think NesmaN did it.
If this was me, I'd probably be looking to go to Deepwood here. If nothing else, because it's required. And
Yeah, the other option I guess is Caster.
yeah, or Caster.
Yeah,
Caster
got a
or-
bow since last time they were there. Like,
But that just goes in further on my point of me not liking Caster.
yeah,
I
but
do
like, in
everything.
terms of
but-
reasonable options, I
Yeah.
think Deep and Caster are the top ones.
It's about all you've got. I mean, you could check underwater pot here unless it's a.
Can check both the left.
Yeah, I think it is a key. right?
No, ThyDarkHorse
No?
has all keys.
Oh. Oh
If
yeah,
it's,
just used for one.
used
that
two.
I'm- yeah, used 2 keys. Yeah. I was like, key count's 1 less than normal, and then it's like, nope, just used it.
NesmaN also not going for Octomanip.
Yeah, I think if you're not speed running, it's not too big of a deal if you get it or not, really. Like,
Yeah,
sure, it's 40
like
seconds.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
But
We've had matches that close, but it's not the usual.
yeah, and plus it's rando. I think the item placements are going to be more of a bother than.
But yeah, but like,
getting
especially in a seat like this, that's kind of been like holding your hand, telling you where to go.
yeah.
Like, the seat's been very nice about telling you where to go, I think. Like, yeah, you had to go Dip Fortress, but you got all those kinstones quite early.
Yeah. It was
Like,
pretty
the only bad
ideal.
thing about that was the bow being in there instead of like somewhere before that. Which we don't know where the other bow is.
No.
Maybe
up,
there's
but-
a bow just waiting in Fountain to tell you, go to Fortress. Don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
As TVH did pick up, was it Din's charm there? I think it is.
Yeah, that's Din. So
That's for one that's like double damage, isn't it?
yes,
I've never
it is.
really.
That's
used
the one
it.
that we won't be able to tell when it runs out because it's a red.
Oh. Does it like turn you?
It turns
like...
your tunic color red, which
Oh.
you might be able to tell by the Dark Source color that he's already red.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is he red? Or did he use it? Because he likes to just use one when picking it up and then grabbing another.
No, he is red. It's been red versus
Okay.
black for tunic colors. Lovely flash up of the.
But yeah, as you can see, I didn't know if he had it active there because it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, NesmaN did get a smoke on Octo, but still got done with that boss nicely. Let's see where he decides to go after this.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a very similar route option here.
Yeah, like check the various Lantern Lock checks, check this check, which is like you just got the power braces to tell you to go here basically. Check the fountain when once you're here, even though you don't have Cane. Like Cane and fountain is an option. Guess you could also dip deeper into Cave of Flames at this point if you wanted to like avoid Deepwood and Caster.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
You have for warp there, so it's a lot better. But...
Yeah, like with Ocarina, that's not too bad. Since they already had to go to the vanilla path.
Looking like another person
NesmaN's
here.
got power bracers, okay.
Yep.
Well, they didn't lead to anything on Dr. Left, so unless it's for Palace, that won't hurt him. Neither of them is giving Percy. I'm very disappointed. There's a mushroom in the fountain.
Would be semi-cruel if this had the cane and then the other check in there had
Okay, that's a bow-locked bow, so it was required to go into Fortress without having the bow.
Yeah.
Parry beam on Ram. Well... looks like ThyDarkHorse is on 8 scroll, so that wasn't the one to push them over on 7. Still a thing too, like... NesmaN's over in Caster, which...
Yeah, it's looking like we're gonna get both the plays that we thought were good options. So...
Yeah. Let's see which one pays off here, then. I'm feeling Caster more than Deepwood, but... I don't know.
I mean...
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it all just depends on what's on this check here. Like...
Well,
it's
if this is a boss
smoky,
key,
then-
obviously Deepwood wasn't
Yeah.
the thing. But it's way more likely to be Smoky. Like, you usually get a Smoky in
Yeah.
Fortress 2. It's
Um,
rarely boss locked.
And it 100% is, so...
NesmaN grabbing a second bottle out of Caster.
Yeah, so we know where all 4 bottles were now.
We know that was NesmaN's third bottle.
Yeah, and he left
I was
for
gonna
one
ask,
at
like,
the
how do
top.
you avoid the one in hype cave? But no, that was the
No,
third one.
yeah, he left for one at the top. In the
Yes,
next game,
no,
I believe.
the one in hype cave, that's just not worth it. Like,
Yeah.
if you, like, okay, if you feel like you need the safety, sure, go for that, but
Yeah.
these guys don't need that safety.
No, and I mean, NesmaN's already on 16 hearts, so...
Yeah, but like even then, like you're never gonna have so little left.
Yeah.
Did ThyDarkHorse skip the 2 chests on the west side?
I mean... Maybe because you're gonna loop round?
No, that's no.
It's... a play. I mean, it's not
Okay.
it's not the worst idea in the world. Like,
I guess maybe because you get the blue orb.
yeah,
You
and
have
then
cape, like it's really quick to just go back to the bar room. NesmaN will have 2 more checks here on hiking. Is that all for out of Caster for him?
yeah, I think it's. Wait,
or
did he?
has he yet
think
to do
he's got-
Swiftblade?
I think he's got long hiking left, right?
There's a Gastra!
Got a shot in Deepwood, right next to the Bosky. That's handy. Well then.
Okay. Well, where's the cane going to be? What are the options? Like, we know, like, Cave of
Regal?
Flames, or like also in here in Deepwood, or like in Droplets.
Or Greagle? There's not
Regal?
not many options.
No, it's
Or in the back of Fortress.
yes. There's that. So, imagine the back of Fortress has the Baleful Skinstone and the cave.
Wow.
And if you don't, like, if you find that on your first trip, you'll just be going through Palace hunting for that gust jar.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, is it better to dip out of Fortress when they did? Just because you then, like, Gomod Kane's way better than Gomod Gust jar?
I mean,
It's not way better, but it's a bit better, right?
yeah. I mean, in this
Like, Gust jar
situation, it's
unlocks
gonna be
a lot fewer checks
yeah.
for them right now.
It's gonna be
like
highly unlikely we see Palace today, at least. So that's got to be some form of a reassurance.
There's only 2 checks in Palace that could have anything they're
Yeah.
interested in. Which, it would be awesome if those
It
checks
would be
were-
great, yeah. And I
But it's
believe
not
we've-
really likely for that to be there.
Yeah, and I believe we've had the map and compass check, right? Or well, actually, no, we haven't seen this left side, right?
So ThyDarkHorse, I think, found the map,
Yes, it was.
and the
on
compass was in the first check. So
Yeah, I forget the name of the enemies, but it was on the
the bulldozers.
Mulldozers, I say, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, all of these checks are just items. Well, this one might be no. Do they need keys still? No, they used to the one of bulldozers, so they have all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, so basement is going to be an item.
Well, basement was never gonna be a key, so yeah.
Oh, true, yeah, because it's all key locked, right?
We haven't seen North Balefall's Digging Cave yet.
No, we have not. We saw Nesman have a look at the
But the
freestanding
rupees
item.
weren't going to be
but-
the answer at this point because they're cane locked.
Yeah, and of course we didn't see the rupees, but
Like having seen the rupees doesn't matter. We know that's not it, even if we hadn't seen them.
yeah, no, I meant Nesman checked for freestanding one.
Yeah, but he didn't have the mids at the time.
Yeah, because that was like 3 minutes in. That one, that was.
Yes. And ThyDarkHorse is just like, okay, Gustra was in Deepwood, so clearly Kane is in Cave of Flames. It's not that unlikely at this point, like,
Yeah.
especially from our perspective. Like, ThyDarkHorse still has caster checks to do, but we know they don't have anything.
Yeah, and there was also a bow in Fortress where it's most useful, so
There's also that.
maybe it's just for running theme of the seed. And I mean, if nothing else, you've got to come here to beat it anyway, so...
Yeah, like, doing this front part, like, unless they had gotten both Smokies and the boss key before it, you would always do this. I guess unless you have both small keys before it, because if you have both small keys and go to the red warp, you can do it after that, but that's really situational routing. And they didn't get all both small keys before it, so, like, you're gonna come here.
And I mean, this seed is seeming quite nice, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see a cane here, to be perfectly honest with you.
And it again raises the question of would it have been better to stick around when they first like dipped for Cave of Flames for that Kinstone?
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been because like Kane unlocks too many useless checks.
Yeah, no, I think with this one, like you say, having a cane go mode is actually really good because of the amount of checks it unlocks.
So let's check in one more after it. That's a boss key. That's nice.
Yeah. So when you come in here, you can just
It'll be a
leave
quick
the basement.
go mode Cave of Flames.
Yeah.
Because you know, like the other small key is going to be either on this next chest or on the flip card, and then from there you don't need anything more.
Yeah.
So, will it be very vanilla Cave of Flames? Because if this is a vanilla cane, it's also a vanilla small. Nope, it's the small key here.
Wow.
And now ThyDarkHorse is doing custom.
Yeah.
What's the other options?
There aren't many. Save for
North
just
by False Digging and... And?
Griegel and
Krieger.
and I think it's for 2 checks. in droplets. Yeah.
3. Blue Chew,
Oh, Blue Chew, of
Post-Broken,
course.
and
Yeah,
Ice Metapillars.
of course. How could I forget Blue Chew?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, if any of those has the Veil Force skins instead of the Cadence,
I mean, even then, though, it's not going to be too much of a problem because it's just going to tell you go to Vale Falls and find your cane.
well, it could be go to Cloud Ops, do all the fusions, go to Wind Tribe, find your cane. But yes.
Yeah, it would just say, oh, look, the cane is behind this.
I think it's too few options to really do a bet for the cane here.
Yeah, we've
Like, we just listed all of them.
we've listed for like 4 that there are.
It's like 8 checks that they have right now that we haven't seen. I didn't actually count them, but...
Yeah, I kind of want to see TDH go to the back of Fortress here.
Yes, Beggar Fortress. Okay, it's more than 8 with those, but... Where's the digging cave?
Yeah. Always a lot nicer when you've got the Mitts butterfly as well.
Oh yeah, Mitts Butterfly makes any digging cave so much nicer.
That's why it's my favorite butterfly, because it just makes it go so much faster.
I think I still prefer the Bow Butterfly, but maybe I should just learn boot cancelling.
Yeah, although to be honest, I mean, I know how to boost cancel, I just don't do it, so that does give you marks for the Bow Butterfly. Without
like,
even having to think
just
about
like Vati 2 with the Bow Butterfly. Like, you don't really need it, but it's a lot nicer.
it. Yeah.
But here's Grieger. Not it. Droplets or Fortress?
Looking that way. Trying to think what else is available. I guess Pillar Chest.
Yeah, okay, this... Apparently NesmaN hadn't done the well yet.
NesmaN fluting to the other side of town. Oh.
No.
I genuinely
NesmaN
thought
fluting to
NesmaN was
lake,
for a
but
second.
why is he not doing the pillar?
I'm not. Maybe he wants to get these.
Maybe he
two
just wants to
droplets.
rush Flute Shoe.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe thinking something's behind Gush Jar.
Okay, doing the ice plane 2 first. Oh, right, NesmaN hadn't done the ice plane at all yet.
Yeah. I completely forgot about
Pair
that.
of power bracelets here for him. I mean, it didn't really matter.
No, I mean it kind of explains a little bit more as to why.
Yeah, it makes this
came
a
this
lot
way
higher
now.
priority for him, which means like doing it before pillar makes a lot more sense. Because it's more than just the 3 checks, one of which is Blue Chew. Like, with those 3 quick checks, like 2 on the ice plane, and I imagine he also hasn't done underwater pot then, add in, this becomes a lot more attractive.
Yeah.
Pillar wasn't it?
I think this is the first under school check we're gonna get.
Really? They had remotes for ages though.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying I remember someone doing it, but
I think we got remotes around the time everywhere.
remotes were like after Cape.
Yeah, they were on the bell, I believe.
Yeah.
But we still had quite a lot open, I think. So that might be why.
Yeah, but it has dried down a few times since then, and like any of those times you could have done.
Yep. It's just not in droplets.
Well, NesmaN skipped Blue Chew.
Oh yeah, of course.
So it could still be in droplets.
Unless there's a map or a compass we haven't seen in there.
Maybe. I did not like keep track of that at all.
Yeah, couldn't say I have. I think it'll be a bit of an indication if we see TDH do this here.
NesmaN going through Cave of Flames. Like we said earlier, this is not really time wasted. Like you weren't going to go to Spiky Choose first in a go mode situation, right?
Yeah.
Guess it's a possible play.
I mean,
Wait, the Bosky was over here though.
yeah, Vaboski was over here.
Okay, so you weren't avoiding this.
No, yeah, you would have still had to have done it, but I wouldn't have been surprised to see a risk be played like how people have started experimenting with
at that point
DHD.
you would do this after getting to the red warp, so you would leave after the Bosky, which was where?
Bosky was the last check on this.
Okay, so it wouldn't have saved any time.
No.
So yeah. NesmaN not really losing any time here. Even disregarding the fact that ThyDarkHorse has done the same thing.
Yeah, and they'll both be finished with each side about the same time, so...
Yeah. Like you said, we will see if ThyDarkHorse does Bluetooth here, or if they both know it's a power compass. That's the equip for doing... Okay, no. ThyDarkHorse has both map and compass. NesmaN just skip Bluetooth.
Yeah, probably just taking the risk that it isn't the cane.
Yeah, I mean, Bluetooth is a lot slow. Like, yes, these scale flame checks are probably better than Bluetooth for like checking the cane.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times
at this point it's getting dry enough that you kind of need to just check everything because you don't want to triple them everywhere.
Yeah. So if it's not on Bluetooth, it's got to be Fortress, right?
I think we're done to that, yes. Someone in chat might correct us if we forgot about something, but...
And you've got to think, if it's there and when you get it, you're gonna feel behind with everything that was there already. You're like, well, what if my opponent already did this?
Then they followed the cane into all those useless cane checks before finding a gas shot.
Yeah.
Like, do you really feel behind for that?
I mean, it kind of depends. Like, I don't know an awful lot about how both of these runners play, but if you were to be more of a fan of, and maybe this is just the OOT runner in me speaking, but if you were more to push your required dungeons more than anything else.
I don't think it's common that you would push Deepwood without Gust Shot like that. Like with Kane, like you're also gonna think like the very false Kane stone is somewhere. So unless that is in the HC, that you would also probably find that if you had the Kane.
Yeah.
And then, like, you might decide to dip Deepwood before Palace. But you're still going to have gone through all of Cloud Tops and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, if you find the Velfor's Kinstone here instead, maybe you're a bit more behind. But I think if the Cane is just here... I don't know.
Yes,
I guess... Yeah. NesmaN's actually here first, so just... I think it's just Bluetooth, right? That he skipped in favor of this?
Yeah, just Bluetooth.
NesmaN, you've done this.
Remember, it had your lantern.
Yeah, I was like, where is he going? Just making sure. And there's ThyDarkHorse also going towards Cave of Flames, and pretty sure this is the last location.
Yeah.
So NesmaN's gonna pick up the boss gear. Do you think he'll do NesmaN immediately?
I would, with only 2 keys.
Well, looks like NesmaN doesn't agree.
I mean, if this pays off, it's just further proof why... well, there you go. It kind of proves that I wasn't in the grand final of Season 1 and NesmaN was.
That, like... Yeah. I don't think I would have skipped that check. Like...
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have skipped it.
Like, I would have skipped the back, but that one check... I feel like it should count towards the back. Even though it... Like, yes, you are past the Igors there, but...
Yeah. I actually kind of think that the cautious player in me would have come out there and I would have done the back in this seed.
I would have absolutely dipped out of... I guess I might, like... Okay, I probably would have picked up the Lantern first and then dipped after the sword, because it's just...
Yeah. And TDH is going to fight Mazal, so...
That was absolutely available the first time we were in Fortress. That's, like, if you're in Fortress, that just needs the bow, which they found in Fortress.
What's going to be interesting, though, is if, like, Mazal has the Veil Falls Kinstone...
There's no way you dip if that's the case, right?
You think that, but with how much it opens...
There's no... Okay. There's no way you dip without setting up a save scam at least.
Yeah, quite possibly.
But... Oh no, that's still a terrible dip.
So, I mean, if that is obviously if the Veil Foreskin Stone is here, but you never know, really. So, it's probably a good point to get a DHC.
It'll still take a while to go. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because this is only going to take a couple of minutes, surely, right?
Yeah. So, NesmaN will get the element of Georg in a few minutes, and then we'll be seeing DHC, where there's 9 checks, one of which has the big key, and we usually have a bet for how many checks it's going to take the first runner, which in this case is gonna be NesmaN, in DHC to find that big key.
Okay, the Veil Foreskin Stone was not on Mazal.
No. Tries to subvert it. Yeah. So ThyDarkHorse is a couple minutes behind here.
Yeah.
Like, basically, Blue Chew and NesmaN are behind. It's not that much of a difference otherwise.
I mean, what's the likeliness of Fortress having, what was it, 4 items?
Bow, cane, lantern, and sword?
We went in there with 5 items from Go mode, and if you'd have full cleared it,
Gastra was outside.
you'd have left
Basically.
with 1.
But if you find that cane, like, there's no way you rush deepwood for the Gastra, right?
No. Like you say, I think it's
I'm not sure if
a
actually
blessing
double
that-
dipping Fortress cost them time here over just
Yeah.
doing it the way they did.
Yeah, so only a couple of minutes in it, but I mean, execution can save that. Vati 2 could also have a say.
Yes, depending on where the big key is in the HC, like if it's on a tower,
Yeah.
that influences things. But still, like, NesmaN has a lead, and I'd not expect ThyDarkHorse to make that up, but it's possible. If things go very right for ThyDarkHorse and very wrong for NesmaN.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a never say never.
Yeah, no, it's like, it's not over until they're not done, but
Yep.
we have been in Gomod since Kane!
We've been in Go mode for about 8 or 9 minutes.
Yes, this was a Gomod Fortress for this. Now it's just the HC. Okay. We found Kane in the Fortress, like, platform chest.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Just as NesmaN's gonna do this part, I'm just gonna be
Like,
back.
did you see the Gust job before you left? But yes, this is probably going to be a sub 2 for NesmaN. If the big key is nice, at least. Not sure how long, but
Alright, cool.
Does it mean that trend? Yeah, I guess.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow, right?
Yes, so the new okay, if you pay attention to how the pairings are done, you can find out once I enter the results for this in the next match. And otherwise I'll post the actual new pairings tomorrow. Because having the thing do the pairings does shuffle the standings a bit, because it takes into account opponent scores for the matches that have yet to be played. So
Yeah.
that's why I usually I probably only do that tomorrow and not immediately once the last match results in.
Yeah,
But
I
yes.
believe Hendrus Goldfish is for last match of round 2, right?
Yes.
Also, me stepping away for a second. Did we see the Stone King, or...?
I think so. I completely wasn't paying to what it was, but found a Smoky on one of.
The Smokey was on the basement chest, I know
Yeah,
that.
Smoky was in the basement. Maybe we didn't. Like NesmaN just looked at the map, and I think we would have seen the back room on the left revealed if he had gone to the Stone King, right?
Yeah.
So, guess he didn't.
I mean, if not, we'll probably see it here in a second from TDH anyway.
Maybe.
So it'll just depend on...
Just they should have paid more attention to it to the count. Like, we think he's the one check in and was a smart. So this will be check 2. Yes?
Sounds right, yeah. And it's for Compass.
And now it's gonna take a while for the next one because the path to Red Bob is a bit long.
Yep.
So NesmaN opened DHC at like 144. So ThyDarkHorse is, I don't know how, I checked the time a bit further into the cutscene, but just under 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
Maybe actually a bit. Yeah, okay, I think pretty much exactly 3 minutes behind.
Yeah. All depends on where that key is.
Yeah. Like this would be close, but 3 minutes is usually like a large enough buffer.
Yeah.
And I don't expect NesmaN to like have problems on Vati or anything. Like Vati can be trolly, sure, but you also
I mean,
learn
when
how
you,
to
play
deal with
enough,
them.
when you play enough Siege, you kind of...
At some point, like, yeah, Vati will troll you, but you'll also know how when he does so, and like be able to safeguard against that
Yeah.
to a greater extent, at least.
I'm definitely curious where this Veilful Skinstone was, though.
You can find out after. No,
I would assume it would be behind the cane, right? There's no way it's also in Fortress, right?
It could be in Fortress.
I mean, at this rate, it very well could be, but...
But yes, usually I'd expect it to be cane locked somewhere. Like the cane unlocks a whole lot of checks. Like maybe it's in the garden or something like that. Nice bomb strat from NesmaN there.
Yep.
And ThyDarkHorse having some problems with his second cannonball room.
Yeah.
Now, which strat do you do here?
I do the bomb strat for this.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
guess glitchless, right?
No, funnily enough, from that same Plando that I was on about, Myth and Dax did, you have to do it, so Hendris taught me how to do both of them.
Fair. And there's the boss key. I think that was number 3.
Yeah, unless Nesman checked Stone King and we didn't notice, but...
If someone saw NesmaN check Stone King, tell us, otherwise we call it a 3. Okay, yeah. We don't think he did either, but
yeah.
we also may have not been paying attention.
So... it was check 3, but most people's 4th check.
And congratulations to Johnny for winning that bet. Okay, NesmaN just informed us that he did not check Stone King. So yes, obviously because we're on a 50-minute delay, these guys are both going to already be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the boss key that early though, that doesn't really give ThyDarkHorse that much room to catch up, so...
Yeah, unfortunately not. It's looking like a done deal here.
I mean, NesmaN could die to Vati. NesmaN's not going to die to Vati.
No.
If he died right now, it wouldn't even put him behind.
You'd have to die to Vati 2, and I don't see that happening. Well, maybe even Vati 3 more than Vati 2. Do you have to fight the Dark Nuts again if you die to
Yes.
Vati? You do?
Yes. So basically, from the moment ThyDarkHorse opens that big door, a death to Vati would be putting NesmaN behind. Until then, it kind of wouldn't.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you'll have a warp, you just warp.
Yeah,
straight to
exactly.
it.
Like, they got the red warp.
Yeah.
If you don't get the red warp, the death to Vati becomes worse. If you think you're going to maybe die to Vati, get the red warp. Like, probably get the red warp and then go grab some fairies and then come back. But and ThyDarkHorse is now checking the Stone King before the clone's chest. So, some more time lost there.
Yep.
Didn't need to check the back there. Vati 2 wouldn't put the same eye pattern twice in a row, so... From that first arrow shot, NesmaN should have known it would be the left side. But that's Vati 2 done.
Yeah. I think just in the heat of a moment of a race, you know, like...
Yeah, but that's also, like... That is also still the kind of thing you think about when doing Vati though, right? Like, you don't, at this point, you don't need to plan ahead your route anymore or whatever, like, you just need to execute.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that you would want to pay attention to. NesmaN doing the stretch. Myth talked about this yesterday, I think, where you don't get the arm in front of the portal, but instead get it off to the side to avoid troubles with Vati's other arm when he uses the far one to push it around. And yeah, ThyDarkHorse only now entering the gauntlet here. NesmaN's already on Vati 3.
Yeah, so it would require a death here, but
Yes, if NesmaN dies here, he'll be behind.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, on 13.5 hearts with a way to make it where you don't, you have no risk at all. You should assume this is all good. This will be all good here.
Yeah, no, like from this point, I'd be very surprised if this one goes. So there's 1 out of 3. And that's GG.
Yep.
So, yeah, NesmaN taking it here.
Yep,
And I
GG's
think we'll
good.
get both of them in for an interview since we're on a 5-minute delay, so ThyDarkHorse has also finished since then.
Yeah. Sub 2 is obviously a very nice time to get.
So GG's.
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 GG's. Talk about not trusting a jet seed.
So what are you referring to when you say that?
Well, we could have had Kane very, very, very early on.
Would it
Because
have made this
I'd swear
faster?
about 40 minutes of checking was literally for Kane.
Would it have made this faster if you had gotten the cane then?
Probably not.
It still would have made things faster. I wouldn't have gone back into Temple of Droplets for starters.
Sure,
Yeah,
but instead
would you
would
have
have
done
gone
Deepwood?
done all of those cane checks in search for the Gust Jar and probably found the Velforce cane still somewhere.
True, but just something told me that this could have been so much faster. But yeah, that somewhat vanilla Gust Jar probably would have thrown things off.
Yeah, like if you then made the 200 AQ play to rush Deepwood for the Gust Jar after getting your lantern out of Fortress, you were never going to do that, right? If you got the cane as well.
Nor has been getting tips from Hendrus.
And
I
at
just
that
still
point, I
couldn't
don't know
believe
if
I'd got it.
Like, I don't know if you spent more time last location in that, or barely last location in that cane. NesmaN didn't Blue Chew, right? But other than
No, I
that-
never did Blue Chew. But for me, I was half expecting something to be behind Four Sword, considering how early it was.
But not if you have cane Go mode.
Well, it was only Kane Go mode because I left it behind in what was quite
Sure,
a
but from the
stacked
moment
fortress.
it was
Yeah.
cane Go mode, there was never going to be anything behind the Force Sword.
Yeah, I realised that afterwards, but it was a case of like, when you get the Four Sword, you sort of feel like there might be something behind it. But then slowly but surely, as we were getting everything else, I realised, yeah, this isn't going to happen. I was half expecting to come across the Baleful
everything else,
Kinstone.
when you got the Force Sword, it was just the Lantern and then it was like Gust Jar and Cane, right? You were 2 items
Yeah.
from Go mode leaving Fortress. There.
Yeah, but let's face it, considering how most of these seeds go, I was half expecting Gust Jar being somewhere behind either Four Sword or up in Cloud Tops. I'd love to know where the Veilfall's Kinstone was, considering we
Yeah,
came
I'm
across
just looking
Kinstone
that up.
so quickly.
False lower cave left. So lower Velforce, south Velforce Digging Cave. I think.
Ah, so it was locked behind Kane. That's okay
Yes.
then.
And they had to be locked behind Kane. We're in the back
Yeah.
of Fortress.
But you would have found that if you didn't leave Fortress early, and then, like, I don't know, would you have
Straight
put
Palace.
Palace before Deepwood without Gust Jar? Like, that becomes an option.
I don't know, I
That's
think I
what
probably
you
would have
have to-
just gone to Vale Falls and that's it, just to the Rupee location. Because I wouldn't trust
Yeah.
going to Palace, not
But then
when it comes to
you
this, not
found the
again.
last Cloud of Skinstone in Droplets, and at that point it's like, is this he just telling you to go to Palace?
Especially
No,
with
you just
power
leave.
bracelets in there as well.
Yes, especially since you got power braces. Well, NesmaN got them on the second trip, but...
Did I? I don't actually remember picking them up.
Yeah, you bailed after.
The ice plane free chest.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I was like busy looking at everything else, like what locations I had left, because I noticed I missed out a lot of town locations. Because I was saying to myself as I went to Fortress, like, this is really dumb, considering I had town locations left that were easier to get to.
Well... Clearly not that dumb, since it worked. I don't know, how many town locations did you have left? Like, we had seen everything else, so Fortress was here.
I never got the Karlov medallion or the mushroom, and I didn't do...
what was the mushroom again?
I didn't do Simon's Simulation.
Oh, right, the mushroom was in Fountain, so you didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do Fountain either. Yeah. And I didn't do the pillar check. I think I went into the well, but I bailed out of that
you
as
went
well.
into the well and then left for droplets, and I'm very confused why you didn't do pillar, but...
Well, this was
Never
literally
punished.
a seed of me bailing out of everything, feeling incredibly dumb when I bailed out of Krenel, even though it was the actual play to make. I just felt really stupid considering I forgot the Trilby digging caves on my way to Krenel. So then it was just a case of like, do I keep going or? And then I was like, oh no, there's cave 25 or whatever you want to call it these days. And I was like, I'm best off going there because there'll be something there. There was, but it was only half of what I needed.
Yeah, that second climb up the wall was a bit weird.
A bit weird? I thought the third climb was weirder.
Well, no, the third climb was required.
Third climb
And
was
the second
required.
climb was the one where you just went up there and didn't do anything.
Hey, I progressed into the rainy part.
Yes, and then you left before even pushing the boulders. Like, if you had pushed the boulders there, at least they would have been pushed when you came back. I don't know.
What can I say? Myth taught me how to play the game.
Okay, that explains a lot. But yeah, GG.
Great
Could
seed to
quickly
watch.
find out what, like, depending on the other matches results, what your next opponents would be. We are late enough in the round that that is now an option.
Because it looks like they've got an interesting one over there.
Yeah, we're gonna go raid them in just a second. Alright, well, while iBot's looking up the standings, I'm gonna jump in here to say that coming up on Zelda Speedruns, tonight at 8 p.m., we have the Majora's Mask Randall Tournament match between Nona and Blaze1438. At 9 p.m., we have a Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament match between JJ Schmidt77 and Artia, and another one at 10 p.m. between Trail Z and Rose City Saint. And right now, over on the main channel, we have another Minish Cap Randomizer match between Agati and Hendris01, which we're going to raid in just a second.
Yeah. So for NesmaN's next opponent would be, if Hendris wins, it will be Hendris, otherwise it will be Lunastick. And the other ones are harder to see from just looking at the standings.
Right.
But all of those will be available in the usual place tomorrow. I'll get another ping out and
Yeah. I was hoping for an inside scoop.
can do that after we're off the air.
Alright. And is that all for today with this?
I believe
I think
so.
from our end.
Alright. Right then, so I want to thank the runners, NesmaN and ThyDarkHorse, for the awesome race. Thank you to ibot02 and SDG Sean for commentating, and thank you to Siberian for tracking. As I said, check out the schedule, look at everything else we're doing, and we are going to go raid the other TMCR match right now. Hope you all had a good time watching and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.